Hello, my beautiful souls. This is a personal read, but before I get into the read, I just want to thank everybody out there for your likes, comments, your subscriptions, and all your emails. I love getting your emails and just giving me those up-to-date notifications that how things are going, what's new on your journey, your healing, your experiences. It's like we really have each other on this. A lot of our friends are not awoken and they don't understand the twin flame connection, and they're trying to push us into dating people. And I have a single cousin, uncle, brother, and they just don't get it. Once you've met your twin, it's like you're only hungry for that person. And so it's kind of something that we kind of deal with daily. I know I do. And when people ask me out, it's like I look at them and, nah, they don't measure up. And so I'm not being judgmental. It's just my heart, mind, and my soul belong someplace else. So I'm going to get on to this reading. And I do see that there is the separation. But I do see that you did have this connection, and this connection was like you give and take, give and take. You guys were on the same page. It was a perfectly balanced connection, but I do feel that there was a cloud of confusion that did come in. And I think that this is you guys going on a separate path. I do feel that the masculine does have some things that are coming up in the soul, things in his core that need to be healed. And it may not just be this life, but it may be past life traumas and different things that have happened to him that makes him feel really reluctant, because the connection between you guys is so intense, and he did not express it all to you. He didn't. You think he may have, but no, I feel that he didn't express everything to you that he felt with this connection. It was intense for him. And that intensity kind of started to burn away inside, and that's where things started coming up. He doesn't know that he's going through like a healing, but he just knows that there's something about this that it's like it's going to be a letdown, or it's not going to function or become anything, because that intensity that he does feel. This is just, his guides taking him on one path. And you, of course, right now you feel like you are at a crossroads, and you are thinking a lot about him. You're thinking a lot about that connection. It is, you don't want it to become like an obsession, because you feel, oh, like I'm obsessed with this person because of my thoughts. But it's normal. We can't stop thinking about them, and they can't stop thinking about us. That's just what happens. But I do feel that your guides right now are taking you on another journey where it's coming into your own, it's coming into yourself, it's doing that self-love, that knowing that you can be independent, you can do what you want. And I believe you said in your email that you're becoming an entrepreneur, which is really great. You see, because like as far as you guys coming back together, the time is not yet. You will be having team players coming in as you're moving forward on your path. I do see you having some type of a business which will be kind of on your own, where you won't be working with somebody, but there will be team players. There will be somebody else coming along beside you and working with you, like maybe a business partner. Okay, an opportunity that will be coming your way. But again, you are at that crossroads, and you really feel like, and this is where your intuition is coming into play, but you have that doubt because you're feeling like, okay, there's a fork right here, and which way do I go? Which way do I go? And you're really begging and crying out for your guides to give you that answer, which is probably why you've come for a reading. But the guides right now are really saying that you really need to go with your intuition. You're going to be looking at signs, and I'm not talking about 11:11 signs. I'm talking about things that you may leave on a table, and then later you wake up and they're actually on the floor, or, a feather will appear out of nowhere. Your guides are giving you hints that they're there, that they're around you. I do feel a very strong female presence. Maybe somebody from one of your ancestors that's passed on is also with you, and she's guiding you, but she's a very strong female energy. And she's very loving, very caring. She wants to help you on this journey. And I do believe that she is also helping him. So we'll say, like, you guys right now have a matchmaker that's working behind the scenes. I do feel that this is definite a twin flame connection, but it's not showing a reunification yet. I'm just seeing that this is a lot of your growth and your guidance that you're needing. But there's days where you feel like you do want to just give up, and you feel like you've just been defeated and you're becoming obsessed with this man, and that he's an obsession, and you want to let it go. But the guides are basically telling you that everything that you're doing, that every step that you're making is towards this reunion. So don't throw that negative, like, I want to give up, because then you're putting doubt into your own soul. And that's just your ego winning over your soul. So what they want is for you to continue to have that faith and to be strong and be brave and continue on your path. Thinking about him is great. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with obsessing over him. It's not like you're going to his work, are you? And sitting out there and spying on him? Because that would be more of an obsession. You both have your space. He's doing his thing, you're doing your thing. But I do see this strong, very strong female presence that is with the both of you, and she is the one that's bringing you guys together. And that's wonderful, because even for me and my twin, I always knew that we had the same spirit guide, but I never really connected fully with my guide until I met him. And once I met him, it was like every time we would come together, the energy exchange would intensify my gifts and my intuition. And even though we're still like kind of going through our own healing and letting go of a lot of our beliefs and patterns, every time we do come together, then there's a time that we don't speak or don't see each other. And during that time, I really feel that that's where my intuition and everything strengthens. Now, I do communicate and connect with spirits on the other side, the good ones. And the one that's made herself very present is his mother. And the love, the caring, the nurturing, the peace, the calmness, I getting her love and feeling it. And she made it really clear. And when she's around me, like, she'll hold my arm. And even though he wants to put a brick wall up and separate us, I'll send him text messages. And then she'll hold my arm as if she's confirming, good. So don't beat yourself up, because I know I was doing that. So don't beat yourself up because you guys are in this separation and maybe not even communicating. And don't feel like you just want to walk away from it, because I feel like when I was at that point and I wanted to walk away from it, that's when I sent those mixed emotions to him, because I feel like he was all in the beginning, but I was like, no. And I was the pusher. But now it's like, I'm going with this flow. I know that what he's doing and what I'm doing, we're doing ultimately for ourselves. So that's the message that I'm getting also for you with this person that is guiding you. She's bringing you guys together for the reunion, but he has things that he has to do. There's like a fog of confusion with him, because he needs to be taken away and put into another situation where his soul can bring these things up. And when you guys do come back together, there will be more healing, but there will be more peace about it, because we're progressing, we're moving forward. And the more awareness that we have of the twin flame connection, and the more we're open and we don't deny it. So that's where they say, surrender. That's where, we kind of go with the flow. And so right now for you, it's like, go with the flow, continue to move forward. You feel that you're at this crossroads and you feel like you can't let go of this person. And you're not supposed to let go of this person, because ultimately both of you guys are working for the same destination. So what I do feel and get from your guides is, to release all that doubt and to start to, meditate. When you meditate, just call upon your guide and start to become aware of your inner feelings, not your outer feelings. As like Deepak Chopra had said once, like, who is listening to me? Who is listening? And ask yourself, who is listening to my voice right now? Is it your ego or is it your soul? And when you start to feel the difference between the body and the soul and the ego, then that's when you start walking in a different perspective. So our ego does like to eat away at us. And that's why we experience a lot of bad times or sad times because of our ego. So it's stepping into your soul and being led and guided by what your soul feels, by your innermost being. So that is right now what your guides want you to do, is just really communicate and know that your intuition is running right. You're not obsessed, and don't ever feel defeated. And also, you're going to be having this opportunity in work. Somebody is going to come forward with a proposition, and that proposition is going to be an open door for you as far as you going into your own type of business. This may not happen like tomorrow. This may be down the road, but you're working towards a specific goal. So don't lose faith and just try and open up more to your guides. Look for those little signs. And I'm not saying like little pennies. Look for dimes in strange places. Feathers where there's not a bird. Something in your room being placed in one place, but then in the morning when you wake up, it's someplace else. Things like this are going to start happening because your guide wants you to know that she's there and she's very present. She's looking out for you and she is guiding you. So you need to let go of any confusion or doubts that you do have, and don't give up. Don't feel like you can't do this, because this is part of your journey. So it's all good. It's really good. It's you got a very strong guide with you, very strong, very determined as well. So keep it up, girl. Just keep moving forward and continue to let that balance of harmony come in your life, and don't worry about being, thinking too much or being burdened with this question as, is he my twin? Is he not my twin? You both are working ultimately for one goal, and the time it takes is determined by how fast we do our healing. And are moving forward. Again, man, we have free will, so if we want to heal overnight, we can heal overnight. But right here is just, you're working towards something, and that's your reunion. So every step you take is just making you one step closer. All right, so I do thank you, and any likes, comments, or suggestions, go ahead and shoot me an email. Anybody wanting to take advantage of the 11/11 special until the end of December, go ahead and email me your question, the name for your read, and all payments are made through PayPal, and that is my email as well. Namaste.